Hello everyone, welcome to another podcast of Portuguese with Carla, podcast 23. I'm Carla Sabala and Marlon.
That's me.
Yes, are you going to say hello to everyone?
Yes, hello. Bom dia, boa tarde, ou boa noite, ou qualquer coisa.
Very good. So, today we have a guest, as often, and we have a special guest. It's a different one. It's not a family member.
Diz lá aqui adeus às pessoas.
Miguel Nascimento.
Olá, hi.
How are you, Miguel?
I'm fine.
Good. Yeah. We look forward to your participation.
Deixa falar em português, que o pessoal quer aprender português.
Sim.
Olá, estou bem.
Muito bem, muito bem. Preparado para ajudar-nos?
Claro que sim.
Ótimo, obrigada. Então vamos começar com a cena. Let's start with the scene.
Sim, deixa-me só meter. Então, do you want to explain what happens here?
Yes, we're at, we finished that trip a little bit earlier, didn't we?
Yes,
The
I guess
doctor
I had
must
to
have
take
allowed you to travel.
You can't
to go
travel
on a
with
plane.
casts on, can you?
There's a way, and maybe if the doctor allows you, you can.
Right.
So maybe the doctor just authorized you.
So anyway, we got to the airport.
Yeah.
If you want a dialogue, ptwithcar.com/podcast23. I think is the one. Yeah, portuguesewithcar.com/podcast23.
Yeah.
So we got to the airport and we are checking in, I guess.
That's
what
right.
we're doing. All right, so let me just put some sound effects here.
Passaportes e bilhetes, por favor.
Estão aqui, algures no bolso da mala. Então, tu queres ver?
Malas de mulher. Carregam tudo e mais alguma coisa.
Eu tinha a certeza que os tinha metido no bolso da frente, certeza. Só se meti no bolso de trás. Aqui estão eles.
Não é boi a vaca.
Muito bem. E tem bagagem de porão?
Sim, só esta vermelha aqui.
Ponha aqui no tapete, por favor. Mas sabe que isto leva peso a mais.
Impossível. Pesámos antes de sair do hotel.
Pois, acredito. Mas está 1,5 kg acima do limite.
Só. Amigo, não seja por isso. Deixe estar que eu levo estes 2 livros na mão. Pronto, resolvido.
Como desejar. O embarque é às 8h45 na porta 12. Muito obrigado e boa viagem.
Obrigada a nós. Tenham um bom dia. Okay, that was good. Short and sweet.
Yes, a bit more. I think there's a bit more pause than in other podcasts.
In between the lines,
Yeah.
So hopefully more of you will benefit from it.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, we should say goodbye to Miguel.
Yes, and thank you very much for your help.
Obrigado eu. Foi um prazer participar nesta pequena introdução.
That's great. That's fab. Okay, you guys. There's more Portuguese for you
He
to
speaks
practice
Portuguese
and learn.
with a
This
very
is really
clear
good.
accent.
It does, yeah.
De onde é que tu és?
Lisboa.
There you are.
Okay. Well,
And
we should say
accent
goodbye anyway.
Okay. Ciao, ciao,
Adeus.
Miguel. Thank
Adeus.
you. Yeah,
Adeus,
we'll see you again
Carla.
sometime. Ciao. Let's translate this whole dialogue into English then.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you might as well play yourself and the guy at the airport.
Okay.
So translate those
Miguel.
lines and I translate my own. Okay, so you
Right.
start.
So he started by asking for passports and tickets. So he said, "Passports and tickets, please."
They're here somewhere in the bag's pocket.
The what? Bag's pocket?
Bag's
bag.
pocket. Or they sound like I said bags.
Yeah.
It sounded like. Okay, so yeah, they are here somewhere in the bag's pocket. What the? I don't believe it.
Women's bags or ladies' bags carregam tudo e mais alguma coisa. They
Carry.
take tudo e mais alguma coisa. We'll have a look at that expression in a bit.
I was sure that I put them in the front pocket. Sure. Unless I put it in the back pocket. Here they are.
Não é boi a vaca. We'll have a look at that later also. Very well, he said. And do you have any luggage?
Yes, only this red one here.
can you put it on the belt, please? But you know, this has too much weight, or it weighs...
Extra weight?
Yeah, it's over the limit. That's what it means.
And you say?
Impossible. We weighed it before we got out of the hotel. Well, I believe you, but it is 1.5 kilos over the limit. Is that all? Mate, don't worry about it. No, that's not really don't worry about it. It's more...
Never mind about that.
Never mind about that. Don't worry, I'll take these 2 books in my hand. There you go. Sorted. As you wish, he said. The boarding is at 18:45 in gate 12. Thank you very much, and a good journey to you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
There we go. So that's the English translation. So
there's quite a few idiomatic expressions in this.
Yeah, we're only going to do 2 deeply with our not in a textbook moment, but there's quite a
Yeah, we'll try and explain it to the best of our ability.
Very well. So, okay. So I guess I will start. Sorry, Carla?
Yeah, let's break this down.
All right. So he said, passaportes e bilhetes, por favor. So passports, pretty similar. Bilhetes is tickets. So a train ticket, a bus ticket, an airplane ticket. Bilhetes.
Yeah, also referring to boarding pass. But we do have a specific word for that, don't we? We could say bilhetes, but we also say cartão de embarque.
Yeah. Bilhete can also mean if you leave a note for somebody else, like a written note.
A note,
that's bilhete.
Leaving them a bilhete, a message. Mm-hmm.
A message, yeah. So there we go. Let's pronounce that. So the last bit, por favor. You should be familiar with that. Por favor. Por favor. Bilhetes, por favor. Bilhetes.
Bilhetes.
Oh, right. I'm over pronouncing, it seems. Yeah, quite right. Bilhetes. Por favor. Passaportes. Passaportes. And the whole thing, passaportes e bilhetes, por favor. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Then I said they're here somewhere in the bag pocket. And then they're not in a pocket I expected, so I said, então. Couldn't really think of a literal translation or a translation better than the one we just said earlier. What's going on?
Yeah.
Tu queres ver? That literally means you want to see that I actually forgot these passports and tickets. And we translated it. In English, I suppose we would say, I don't believe I forgot
Yeah,
these.
that's pretty much what you're saying.
Yeah.
That could have gone into our
Yes, maybe next
expressions, not in a textbook. But yeah, tu queres ver? It's an interesting one. My mum always used to say that.
Queres ver? Tu queres ver? So, repeat that one with me. Tu queres ver? Queres ver? Tu queres ver? And again, tu queres ver? And the first line. Estão aqui, they are here. Estão aqui. Estão aqui. Somewhere in the pocket of the bag. Estão aqui algures. Algures. Estão aqui algures. In the bag's pocket or in the pocket of the bag, literally. No bolso da mala. No bolso. No bolso da mala. And again, estão aqui algures. No bolso da mala. Então. Tu queres ver? Okay.
Very good. So I make a somewhat sexist comment, but it turns out most times it is true. Malas de mulher, as in women's or ladies. Purses is what I'm trying to say here, although...
Suppose the nicest way would have been malas de senhora.
Yeah, malas de senhora. Although we were having a chat before we started recording, but malas de mulher. So malas in this context, it could actually, the word mala can refer to a purse, or it could refer to a bag, a general bag.
If it's a purse, we tend to say mala de senhora. So it's specific, so you know it's a lady's bag or a purse.
But you could just, Marlon, could you bring my bag? I forgot about it. And you mean your purse.
Yeah, as in not the purse where you keep your money. That would be carteira.
No, that's not what I'm referring to.
But the bag the women carry.
Purse.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by purse. I might have confused everyone. Anyway, malas de mulher. And then I say carregam tudo e mais alguma coisa. Carregam. So repeat that after me. Carregam. Carregam means to carry.
Yeah. As well as charge. To charge.
Yes, true. To charge your phone, carregar
when I
o
was
telemóvel.
Doing those words for the flashcards and other games, and I was trying to find an image for the word, charger came up, and that's when I realized, oh, all right.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Carregar, to charge.
Which reminds me,
to load.
Every time we go to btwithcarl.com/podcast, blah, 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 in this case, podcast 23, you will have flashcards to play with.
Yeah.
Most people don't know this, actually, Carla, but those flashcards are available through a system called Quizlet, so that they can actually download the app on their phones and do all of our flashcards, which we record, either me or you record the audio, so it's Portuguese, European Portuguese.
Exactly.
We do every single one of them, and they're free to use. But on the app, there's a lot more features, and it controls like how often you should do them.
Quizlet.
Quizlet
is the app.
Yeah, QUI.
Double Z?
No, just one.
Just one? You sure?
Z or Z for the American audience.
Yeah. LET.
LET. Yeah, free app. Now then, the next expression, tudo e mais alguma coisa, is into our not in a textbook moment. So, Carla, if you are ready.
I am ready.
Tudo e mais alguma coisa. Literal meaning.
Everything and something more.
The colloquial meaning.
Taking or carrying more than necessary.
Equivalent expression in English.
Everything but the kitchen sink.
Let's put it in context.
Usually someone who doesn't travel all that much when packing for a trip will pack tudo e mais alguma coisa. Very good.
Very good. So, tudo e mais alguma coisa.
Yes.
So, let's do this slowly. Coisa. Thing. Coisa. Alguma coisa. Something. Alguma coisa.
Something.
Mais alguma coisa. More something.
Yeah, something else.
Mais alguma coisa. Tudo. Everything. Tudo e mais alguma coisa. So the whole sentence would be, and I'll say it once and then you can repeat after me. Malas de mulher carregam tudo e mais alguma coisa. So try to repeat that now. Malas de mulher carregam tudo e mais alguma coisa. Voilà.
Ok, so eu tinha a certeza que os tinha metido no bolso da frente. Certeza. I was sure, or I had the certainty that I had put them in the front pocket. Certainty. Does that make sense?
Oh, sure.
Yes. Só se meti no bolso de trás. Unless or only if I put it in the back pocket. Unless I put it in the back pocket. Here they are. Aqui estão eles. So, first line. Eu tinha a certeza. Eu tinha a certeza. I'm going to join the single A with the word tinha. So, eu tinha a certeza. Sounds like an A with an accent. Eu tinha a certeza. An acute accent. Eu tinha a certeza que os tinha metido. Que os tinha metido. Que os tinha metido. And again, I'm going to join two words here. The que and the os. Que os. And you hear this a lot, even in songs. Que os tinha metido. Que os. And again, que os. Eu tinha a certeza que os tinha metido no bolso da frente. In the front pocket. Or in the pocket of the front. No bolso da frente. Certeza. Certeza. Só se meti only if I put, or unless I put. Só se meti. Só se meti no bolso de trás. No bolso de trás. In the back pocket, or in the pocket of the back. No bolso de trás. Ah, aqui estão eles. Here they are. For some reason we swap it. Aqui estão eles. Here are they. Which in English would sound like a question, but in Portuguese it's a statement. And a very happy one. Aqui estão eles. I'm dropping the E from the word estão. Aqui estão. Aqui estão eles. Eles. Sounds like ill. Somebody who is ill with a sh at the end. Eles. Aqui estão eles. Okay? Yeah. Let's actually say the whole thing.
Okay.
Eu tinha a certeza que os tinha metido no bolso da frente. Certeza. And when I said this line in a dialogue, I said it pretty quick. So here I am breaking it down for you. So please make the most of it. Só se meti no bolso de trás. Só se meti no bolso de trás. Ah, aqui estão eles. Marlon, over to you.
Okay, so I say oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no voy a vaca. So just so before we play the not in the textbook section here, what's happened is Carla thought that the tickets were in the front pocket, and they weren't. They were in the back pocket. So it's obvious if they weren't in one, they would be in the other. That's the assumption.
So just assuming that this bag only has two pockets, besides the big one, the main one.
So, having that in mind, let's talk about this one. No é boi, é vaca. Literal meaning,
if it's not an ox, it's a cow.
The colloquial meaning,
if it isn't one, it has to be the other.
An equivalent expression in English,
not found, nada.
As in, we didn't find anything. In context,
is it a real character? No. Is it a fictitious character? Oh, se não é boi é vaca. Unnecessary question.
You said the ox, which is true. I think a lot of people would say bull.
Yeah. It's apparently, I'm not sure how to say this in English actually, so help me out.
I know nothing about.
The difference between is that the ox would be used for farming, and it would not be, or it would be castrated.
An ox.
Yeah. And then the bull would not be castrated. I think that's right. And it's used in games. I mean, what do you call them? These
Touradas?
Yeah, touradas in Portugal and in Spain. They're very famous, aren't they? Where you have a man in this arena with a bull, with a big. Well, the guy has holds a red cape. Yeah, and the bull obviously is attracted to that red cape, and well, I don't know if it makes him angry. I think it makes him angry.
Most people probably, if not from movies, they would be aware of it.
Yeah.
But so you're saying that a bull.
One of them is castrated and the other one isn't.
Right.
That's what I
So there you go.
understand.
Lesson on.
That's what I understand. So, I mean, it's always good for you guys to do your own research if you are interested in the difference between an ox and a bull.
This is probably not the podcast for that, but there we go, an introduction. Good. So, obviously, you give the tickets to the gentleman, and he says, very well, and do you have luggage? Muito bem, e tem bagagem de porão. Notice bagagem is luggage in general. De porão means it goes into the hold.
Cargo hold.
Yeah. Of the plane. That's how we refer to the baggage that you have to check in. Bagagem de porão. Okay, so, muito bem. Very well. Muito bem. And I'll say this expression and now the luggage in the, what did you say?
Cargo hold.
Cargo hold. Porão. Porão. De porão.
Could also be basement.
De porão. Bagagem. Bagagem de porão. E têm. And do you have? E têm. Notice not tem. Or tem. Tem bagagem de porão. And indeed we do.
Sim. Só esta vermelha aqui. Yes, only this red one here. Só esta. Só esta. And again, só esta. Vermelha aqui. Vermelha ends with an A. Aqui starts with an A. I'm going to join them and the A is going to sound like it has an acute accent. Só esta vermelha aqui. Vermelha aqui. Só esta vermelha aqui. Okay. So that's the airport
That was quick.
guy's line now.
All right, so he asks me to put the bag or the luggage in the belt. So ponha aqui, put here on the tapete. Tapete is more...
A mat, but obviously it's like that moving mat, isn't it?
Yeah, we call it a mat, don't we? We would never call it... Well, yeah, we could call it cinto.
I think when you pick up the bags, once you've landed somewhere, that's what we call them, isn't it? In English, you call them belt 1, belt 2. That's where you go pick up your bags or your luggage. And we would call them tapete, wouldn't we? Tapete 1, tapete 2.
Yeah, I wonder if they would call this... I imagine...
It's like a carpet, isn't it? Like the red carpet. It's a tapete, tapete vermelho.
Yeah.
Yeah, like uma passadeira, a long one. Narrow, long mat.
Anyway, you're probably very confused by this point, but anyway.
Doesn't really matter, so let's go back to the line.
Okay. Carla's eager.
Yes.
So tapete, meaning here the belt that you would put the bag in. Ponha aqui no tapete, por favor. So put it here in the belt, please. Por favor. No tapete. No tapete, por favor.
Not too much of an E at the end. I mean, in some regions of Portugal, I suppose they stress the E at the end a little more. Like we said, in Alentejo, they might do tapete or tapete.
Tapete.
Yeah. Mas normalmente, tapete.
No tapete, por favor.
How about people from the north?
Oh, I have to put my north accent here. I don't know if I can do that. I'll think about it. Ponha aqui.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot there. Tapeto. No?
I think you're mixing the Madeira accent there.
Am I? Okay. I'm not very good with accents, obviously.
Ponha aqui. No, I don't. Yeah, I'm thinking in my head, trying to do the accent in my head. I don't think they do.
No?
The E's, that is. Anyway, ponha aqui no tapete, por favor.
So again, can I just mention with ponha aqui, A at the end of ponha,
Yes, I was
A
gonna
at the
mention
start of aqui. Okay, I'll let you carry on.
No. You can. Go ahead.
So then just join them together. Ponha aqui. Ponha aqui.
Exactly. Mas sabe que isto leva peso a mais. But, you know, this this takes weight more.
Yes.
Anyway, what he's trying to say is
mais.
this was overweight. Is over the limit. Leva peso a mais. Leva takes. It's interesting the use of the verb to take here. But it takes too much weight, or is taking.
Yeah, in the sense that it carries.
Carries, yeah, I guess that's more the sense of it, isn't it? Okay, so peso a mais. Peso a mais. So a mais means over, right? A mais means over. Weight, over. Leva peso a mais. Leva peso a mais. Notice how the peso a, it goes peso a mais. Uá. Mas sabe que isto leva peso a mais. Okay, so the whole thing then. Ponha aqui no tapete, por favor. Mas sabe que isto leva peso a mais.
I think we may say, mas sabe que isto. Mas sabe que isto leva peso a mais. Que isto.
Possibly, yes.
We'll probably join them, won't we?
I say impossible. We weighed it before we left the hotel. Before leaving the hotel. Impossível. Impossível. Pesamos antes de sair do hotel. Do hotel. Never pronounce that H, beginning of words. Do hotel. De sair. De sair do hotel. Pesamos antes. Pesamos antes. And the whole thing, pesamos antes de sair do hotel. Pesamos comes from the verb to weigh, pesar, but here in the...
Which also means to grieve, doesn't it? Pesar.
Very good, Carla. You're coming up with all these homonyms.
Well,
Homonyms.
but it's not really... Is it a verb to grieve? Pesar?
Yes.
Or is it a noun?
It's more of a noun, isn't it?
Yeah, grieving. Pesar.
I think you're right. Still a homonym, but means something, or it's in the different grammatical...
I don't really know what you want to say. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you trying to say? That the words are similar, or they're the same?
No, I was just saying that
one
one is a verb, one is a noun. So
yeah, with complete different meanings.
yeah, they're in.
Maybe there's a connection. Weighing on your mind, on your heart.
Yeah, a weight on your shoulders, perhaps. There we go.
Right.
Etymology on the go here.
Should I do? Have you finished? Sorry.
I have. Do you want to do this one? Otherwise,
Yeah.
it'll be me doing everything at this point.
So Miguel, or the airport guy, he said, "Pois, acredito. Right, I believe you, or I believe. Mas está 1,5 kg acima do limite, but it is 1.5 kg above the limit,
Or over.
or over the limit. So, pois, acredito. This word pois, by itself or with a longer pause before acredito, then we pronounce the S as a sh. But because acredito starts with a vowel, the S is now stuck in between two vowels. I'm going to sound it as a Z. Pois acredito.
It's interesting word, that pois. What would you translate that to?
It depends on the sentence. Sometimes you can replace it or you can use it as a because.
I think in this context, it is not wanting to sort of always talk about this, but it is one of those feeling words, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because he's trying to ease the conversation. He's agreeing with you, but at the same time, he's going to add, yeah, but you're still over the weight, mate.
Yeah.
So it's easing him.
Yeah. We use it as well when there's just that awkward silence, isn't it? Nobody's saying anything. Pois é. Or just pois.
There we go. That's a perfect word for new learners to sort of pick up and use. Just at the end of a conversation.
Yeah. Everybody goes quiet. Say pois é.
Pois é. Pois é.
For it is, or so it is. Pois
You'll
é.
sound like a native. Or you'll look like a native, I guess. Very good. It's still you.
Yes. So, pois acredito. And again. Pois acredito. Mas está 1,5 kg. Mas está. Again, the S from the mush. It's going to sound like a Z. Mas está. Mas está 1,5 kg. 1,5 kg. Mas está 1,5 kg acima do limite. Acima do limite. Mas está 1,5 kg acima do limite. Marlon?
Okay. So I say, is that all? Só. Also can mean alone. To be alone. Só. Is that all? Oh, amigo. Não seja por isso. Oh, friend.
Oh, mate.
Or mate. But literally
mate.
friend here, isn't it?
Yeah. Never mind.
Never mind that. And then the deixa estar is let it be. Really what we're saying here is don't you worry about it. Que eu levo estes 2 livros na mão. That I will take these 2 books in my hands. And then I say pronto. Resolvido. Pronto is done. Sorted. Resolvido, sorted. Okay, so let's do this. Resolvido. Pronto. Pronto. Resolvido. Very useful word, that pronto.
How did you translate in this line?
Pronto. I said done.
Yeah, because often you could say pronto, you could ask somebody, or you could say estou pronto, meaning ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? So if it's to a woman, then it'd be pronta. But is it what language? Is it Italian or Spanish?
What's that?
They use that word pronto.
Sounds more Italian.
Yeah, I think it is. And I think it means something slightly different. They have told me.
Maybe you can look at it while I go through this. But anyway, that's a good good word to use if you want to just, when you finish a job, you could say pronto.
Yeah.
Or you could ask somebody.
Ready.
Have they finished the job? Pronto?
Yeah, so it means done, but yeah, it can mean ready. It's done, finished, ready.
2 livros na mão. 2 books in hand. 2 livros na mão.
In the hand.
In the hand, rather, sorry. Levo estes 2 livros. Levo estes 2 livros na mão. Deixa estar. Notice 2 E's. One word ends in an E, the other one starts, so that's a pretty easy connection. Deixa estar. Deixa estar que eu. Deixa estar que eu levo. The whole thing. Deixa estar que eu levo estes 2 livros na mão. Wow, that was long. Anyway, it's easier when you can look at it, which we always advise you to. Okay. Oh, amigo, não seja por isso. por isso. For that. Não seja por isso. Let it not be for that. Não seja por isso. Oh, amigo. Oh, amigo, não seja por isso. Good?
Yeah, well done.
All right. Do you want to do the next one?
Yeah, I'll do Miguel.
Well, actually, no, you're the last one. It's up to you.
Still,
Do you want to do rock,
I
paper,
haven't done
scissors?
much.
Whoever wins does this one.
Okay.
In 3, 2.
You cannot burn stone. Okay, Marlon is doing fire. Is that from Joe in Friends, isn't it?
Yes. You can burn stone. Of course you can burn stone.
Can you?
Anyway, I'll let you do it.
It would take ages to burn it, so I win. Anyway, so Miguel, he said, como desejar, as you wish. O embarque é às 18h45 na porta 12. The boarding is at 18:45 on the gate or door 12. Thank you very much. Muito obrigado. E boa viagem and safe journey. Or literally good trip or travel. Como desejar. As you wish. Como desejar. Como desejar. O embarque é. O embarque é. And again. O embarque é. Let's join the words. O embarque é às 18h45. He may say 18, he may say 6. O embarque é...
Sorry, Carla. I think he actually said 18.
Yeah, I think some people may pronounce it that way. 18.
I think it did so.
Either way, it's correct, but I think you're right, yeah. And I know some of you will pick up on that, so it's not a problem, okay? Both pronunciations are very much Portuguese.
I had a teacher at school. What was it? She used to say a word that everyone used to laugh at. But it's still accurate. This is not useful if I can't remember the word.
But
anyway, I'll think about it.
yeah, some words we don't pronounce it correctly, or most of us don't, and then somebody comes along and they want to pronounce it correctly, we'll all make fun of them. Well, at least we used to when we were young ones or teenagers, but now we realize they were right all along. Carrying on. O embarque é às 18h45. Às 18h45. Na porta 12. Na porta 12. Muito obrigado. E boa viagem. E boa viagem. Muito obrigado e boa viagem. Okay, and then my line, obrigada nós. No, we thank you. So, obrigada nós. I think basically in English people would say thank you. We are thankful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exatamente. Obrigada nós.
Yes.
Tenha bom dia. Have yourself a good day. Tenha bom dia. Tenha bom dia.
I don't know if you mentioned this, Carla, but this is a note that porta, in English we would say gate, as you said, as you translated it, but we say
it's also
porta,
door.
we say door.
That's generally the word.
We do
for
have the
door.
word for gate.
Yeah,
which is
portão.
portão. That's easy, isn't it? Porta, portão.
And
Portinha.
portal?
Portal. Portal is more portal.
Okay. Yes. Okay, ready then. So this is it for this week.
Oh, yes, it is.
And
Indeed.
there's a new feature, isn't it, on our website regarding our podcasts. Marlon, please tell us.
Well, it's been there for the last couple of podcasts, but if you go to, again, this one would be ptwithcarla.com/podcast23, you will have the whole podcast, whether you'll find there the video version, which will be there soon, but straight away will be the audio version. But beneath, you'll find a dialogue. And for the last few podcasts, you'll find a dialogue and the audio just for that dialogue on a loop. All right. And with little bars so you can know.
So if you want to listen to the dialogue, just the dialogue itself, before or after, I would advise after. Advise.
Yeah, so you can do the shadowing exercise.
Advise.
You basically can read along with us. And the louder you do it, this is weird, but the louder you do it, the better. That's how you get a good pronunciation. I might write a blog post
An article on that.
But anyway, yes, so please do that.
Yeah.
Also,
and you can play over and over again.
subscribe
I think
to our podcast.
a few people have made good use of it already. And one person has commented on that, how they found it very beneficial. So give it a go.
Good, excellent.
Yes.
And as Carla mentioned, some people do comment here and there, and we do appreciate that. So if you have the time,
Please do
and you
so.
enjoy the podcast, whether you do that on our website, on the comment
YouTube.
section, YouTube or iTunes, everywhere, it'd be
Twitter.
nice to hear from you.
Or Twitter, I should say. I want to say Twitter.
No, definitely
Twitter.
not Twitter.
I'm obviously not one who uses it a lot or talks about it.
Good, Carla. I think, do you want to add anything else to this podcast?
No, this is it. All right, guys. We'll see you next week then.
Wait. Jingle.
Yes.
There we go.
All right.
See you next week.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Adeus.
Ciao.